Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Selamat pagi.
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 Ya, baik teman-teman, Bapak Ibu sekalian, hari ini berbahagia sekali, senang sekali kita di acara Cangkir ya. Cangkir adalah berbincang dan berpikir ya. Oke, in English Cangkir means
thinking and
Talking.
Kita berbicara yang enak-enak aja. Baik, Bapak Ibu saudara sekalian, pada pagi hari ini berbahagia sekali kita dapat ada kedatangan tamu yang luar biasa. Tamu kita adalah satu Mr. Robert Priharjo, ya. Kemudian ada Nicola Gatrik, kemudian juga ada Hepzibah Samuel.
Halo.
Hepsi, ya.
Ya.
Halo.
Halo. Salam.
Kemudian juga ada teman kita, ya ini
Teman
dari juga dari jauh dari UGM, Pak Sahirul Alim, ya Pak Alim, ya yang juga menemani kita. Kebetulan mereka ini ada kegiatan ya di Yogyakarta dan mampir di Poltekkes Kemenkes Yogyakarta. Thank you very much Pak Robert.
Thank you Pak Tri.
Atau Heps ya.
It is my pleasure to be here.
Oke, thank you.
Home sweet home.
Karena teman-teman semuanya, siapa Pak Robert ini? Pak Robert ini adalah sebetulnya orang yang sangat terkenal.
I hope so.
Kalau kita lihat di jurnal-jurnalnya juga banyak ya. Literaturnya banyak ya, buku-bukunya bisa digunakan juga ya. Tapi
need updating.
Tapi yang hebat adalah beliau ini dulu berasal dari Poltekkes Kemenkes Yogyakarta. Gitu ya Pak Robert ya.
That's true Pak Tri.
Jadi sejarahnya Pak Robert itu dulu adalah
dulu mahasiswa. I used to be a student.
Mahasiswa yang kedua. Saya
Yeah.
angkatan pertama, Pak Robert angkatan yang kedua.
Saya
turun.
Turun angkatan yang ketiga.
Kita sebenarnya satu ini,
We
satu lagi
are all sesepuh ya, sesepuh.
Terus kemudian kita bekerja di sini ya.
Yeah.
Pak Robert juga pernah bekerja di Poltekkes Kemenkes Yogyakarta. Nah, mereka semua ini berasal dari Anglia Ruskin University, England. Okay.
That's correct.
So, Nick, can you
So my name is Nicola Guthrie. I am Deputy Head of School for Skills and Simulation. I've been with Anglia Ruskin and working with Robert for the past 6 years. And my background in nursing is emergency nursing. I've worked in emergency departments, in acute medical assessment units, and I've been a stroke coordinator as well, so looking after stroke patients. So that's my background that has brought me and led me to ARU. At the moment I am on my pathway to do my doctorate, so I am working towards my PhD at the moment.
thank you.
Great.
Still in the process.
How about you, Seth?
So good morning, and my name is Hepzibah Samuel, and I also work with Robert, and I'm a deputy head of school for advanced practice, so all the MSc programs, and also I work with Nick on simulation. So that is my main role. And in England, I am also a registered pediatric nurse. So I have worked in adult nursing, but now mainly I work in pediatric nursing. But in the university, I am a course leader for the MSc program, and with Robert, I work on the diabetic module. So for CPD, continuing professional development, I work there. But currently, our focus is more on simulation. And with our Nursing and Midwifery Council, UK, they are giving more emphasis on virtual placement, simulated learning, and myself and Nicola are working So Nicola is in Cambridge campus and I am in Chelmsford campus.
Okay, so this is a great opportunity to come here. Yeah?
Yes.
This is the first time you come here?
Yes.
First time, yeah.
First time.
First time,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you very much.
So satu kampus beda, this different region. I mean, the same camp,
so
the same university, but the different
campus.
different
Campus.
campus.
Yes.
They're separated by about 40 miles.
40 miles. About
40 miles berapa?
by car,
Oh, 60 kilo.
Maybe
about
from
in car
Jogja.
1 hour.
Kilometers.
Yeah.
1 hour travel by car.
Yeah.
Oke, Sepri tadi sudah memperkenalkan diri ya, kemudian Nick memperkenalkan diri. Mr. Robert belum memperkenalkan diri ya.
Our special guest.
Ya, this is our specials ya. Bagaimana Pak Robert ini?
Yeah, I think Yogyakarta is always in my heart.
Thank you very
I was
much.
born here in Poltekkes. You know,
Great.
Poltekkes is always in my heart as well.
see.
And Gadjah Mada University also in my heart. So it is always nice to be here, to be back, you know, to Poltekkes as well as to Yogyakarta, to Gadjah Mada University. My role in Yogyakarta this time is in collaboration with Pak Irol, UGM, as well as we are expanding as well, basically because we are going to link with PPNI as well,
PPNI.
but not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. Yeah, we can
Indonesian
actually
Nursing
expand with other
Association, yeah.
institutions as well. I think the project at the moment is all about transnational education. Yeah, because of my philosophy and Hepsi as well. I believe in my personal philosophy. Regardless wherever you are educated, wherever where you are from, you could actually work everywhere in the world.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's actually my personal philosophy. But we realize that nursing education can become very, very complex because different countries, they have their different system, different accreditation, different registrations. That can be very, very challenging for us as nurses, basically. So we want to assess the role, to assess it by comparing what the advantages of and disadvantages of nursing education in Indonesia. We are starting by looking at first degree or undergrad nursing curriculum. Maybe later on, when we have time and funding, and I'm still alive, we are actually expanding to look, how different it is in nursing education by comparing different routes. In the UK itself, there are so many routes that in order to become nurses, actually, because of some of them they studied their nursing degree straight away from school, but very, very rare. Basically, quite a lot of them, they got families, they got children, so we try to adjust them, if they want to become nurses. So they could come through university admission, through the apprentice program, through the bridging program or nursing associate first. There are so many, but at the end of the day, when we finish, we want to be nurses.
So many way to be a nurse.
So many ways to be nurses.
Can I talk in bahasa, please?
Oh, bahasa, yes. Okay.
Maaf, saya nggak bisa mengikuti.
Maaf, semoga peserta we are also practicing English ya.
Memang harus, Pak.
Oh ya.
Harus ya. Tapi beberapa mix ya.
Jadi gini, seperti tadi Pak Robert sampaikan, beliau sangat concern sekali dengan pendidikan keperawatan ya, karena beliau itu kan mulai dari awal ya Pak Robert ya.
From
Dia
diploma of
Pak
nursing,
Robert ini dulu dari awal di Poltekkes ini, dulu zaman dulu masih akademi perawatan. Dia berasal dari D3 keperawatan, kemudian S1-nya di UI ya,
UI ya, betul ya.
Kemudian S2-nya di Manchester
United.
Di Manchester University ya.
Kanada
itu.
Ya, betul. Oh, we went to Canada together.
Yes. Ya, Pak Robert dengan saya dengan Bu Nurun juga pernah. Bu Rosa itu pernah ke Kanada yang kita di short course di sana.
Itu siapa tuh ya? Around that one,
1990, I think.
1990 dulu
ya.
ya.
It was
itu pengalaman berharga dulu ya, sangat lumayan. Oke, jadi beliau concern karena beliau sudah melanglang buana kemana-mana, terus kemudian sampai sekarang PhD-nya dari Anglia Ruskin.
PhD Anglia Ruskin, it was because of gratis,
Ya, bayangkan teman-teman semuanya, Pak Robert ini dimulai dari awal kariernya, kemudian sekarang bisa bekerja di luar negeri kan gitu ya. di Inggris yang notabene itu tidak mudah. Tapi ternyata bisa, orang Indonesia bisa ke sana, Pak Robert ya.
Well, the problem, Pak Tri, in the world, particularly post-COVID, we have a shortage of nurses. So the manpower in nursing is very, very challenging at the moment, right? In the UK, for the last few, after COVID, the government still not managed to to achieve the numbers that we want. So in the UK itself, we have about 40,000.
I think it's even up at 50,000 now.
Yeah, look, it's going up. So kita butuh 50,000 perawat.
It's mean that there's demand for nurses.
Yeah, demand for nurses.
Ya teman-teman, ini ternyata di Inggris butuh 50.000 perawat. Siapa yang mau daftar?
I think the problem as well is what we've had a lot of nurses now are coming up to retirement. But we're not having enough nurses to generate. So we're getting some sort of natural gaps that are forming. But also with COVID, we've had a lot of nurses decide that with the stress and what they've been put under, they're going to leave nursing and do something else. But there's such a wide variety of things.
Indonesian, please, Pak Robert.
Of course, that's right. I think we have a lot of nurses, mainly from the Philippines, maybe 30,000 from the Philippines.
So waktu
dari Indonesia masih Pak Robert sendiri ya.
Jadi banyak Filipina ya sana.
Ketika aku bekerja di Bangsal, saya perawat internasional pertama gitu ya Pak Tri.
Yang dari Indonesia.
Dari semua negara. Kemudian setelah
di Indonesia adalah the first
nurse.
I'm not sure, but I know some nurses from Indonesia practicing as nurses as well. Dan kemudian karena shortage, kita rekrut dari the Philippines very quite a lot in the FC, the Philippines, from India, from South America, quite a lot, African countries, but from Indonesia sometimes I don't understand because you have a very beautiful building and OSCEs, I mean, I think you all learn very hard. I think one of the changes here, try to improve your language first.
So, Pak Robert, yang dibutuhkan di sana itu perawat dari diplom dari
nurse.
Harus sudah register dengan PPNI.
Nah, maksudnya levelnya itu D3 atau nurse? S1 maksudnya.
Kita mengutamakan yang dari sudah punya D4 atau S1. D3 saya kurang tahu, mungkin bisa untuk nursing home begitu ya. Kemudian di UK mereka bisa apply, sementara kerja di nursing home sambil bekerja, kemudian sambil belajar. At Anglia Ruskin University, HEPSI, you are involved in the international BSc nursing education. HEPSI itu mempunyai modul atau kursus untuk perawat yang lulusan diploma kerja di rumah sakit sana dan melamar ke course HEPSI dan HEPSI membantu mereka untuk dapat S1.
Nursing continuing education.
So I also run the international aspect. The one important criteria, whether you're a diploma or a BSc, no problem. But the important thing is the IELTS exam. So IELTS, so you can go for extra coaching. Yes.
So how great?
What the level?
So to do the MSc program, so you should have about 6.5. But for registering,
TOEFL-nya berapa?
6.5
for the MSc. But to get NMC registration, you should have 7. 7
for IELTS.
IELTS, yes. So once you do your IELTS, you get 7. You can start your application process with Nursing and Midwifery Council, UK. So even if you are not studying in English, take efforts to go for extra English classes and
so
do your
them.
We can help them, but to get your visa, you should have IELTS score. So the first step is to get your IELTS sorted.
I think I agree with you, HEPSI. The first step for everyone, sebelum buru-buru ya Pak Tri itu dapat IELTS dulu ya, English dulu. Saya dulu juga belajar sendiri Pak Tri ya, saya di IKIP IKIP
Sanata Dharma.
So,
beliau ini juga lulusan dari IKIP Sanata Dharma.
D1 ya, apa D3?
Itu extension course 2 tahun. Jadi saya pagi kerja dengan Pak Tri dan Bu Nurun di sini ya, pakai motor. Jam 2 selesai Pak Tri ya. Jam 2 selesai
bahasa Inggris.
Nih, saya mandi dulu. Dan ganti baju korpri ya. Ganti baju korpri, pakai kaos begitu dan ke
jadi
IKIP
mahasiswa di Sanata.
And then that really helped me to get my scholarship.
He is very, very high.
Yeah.
Very tough guy.
So once
English
you finish
preparation.
your English,
Yes.
online there is a CBT exam, computer-based test,
Yeah.
MCQ, multiple choice question.
Yeah, that's right.
So you complete that, and then you have to come to UK to do your OSCE.
Yes.
So all students, you have all the good facility here, but one important thing is English. Because
English
Yes.
and go to the skill.
Yes,
Yeah.
we respect all language, we respect all culture, but because our patients, they know only English, and you're providing patient care. That's why it's very important that you study English.
Yes.
But otherwise, we love all languages.
Yes.
We are very. If you come to UK, it's very
Very
multicultural,
multicultural.
different
multicultural.
ethnic group.
Yeah.
We have, UK is one of the biggest country in multicultural ethnic group. So if you come to London, you will see all culture: Chinese, Japanese, Koreans,
there are many.
Indonesian,
Yeah.
African.
Yeah.
Everybody is welcome.
Multi-race, yeah.
Yes,
Multi-race.
yes,
Yeah.
India, everybody. So one of the excellent multicultural environment you have in London.
Oke. Jadi teman-teman semuanya sebentar. Teman-teman semuanya ini ya tertarik dengan Sevi tadi disampaikan bahwa di Inggris itu dibutuhkan 50.000 perawat. Kemudian di sana sendiri itu dari berbagai budaya ada, dari berbagai negara ya. There are many countries ya.
Asian countries,
Asian countries
Japanese,
banyak ya.
Koreans,
Japanese,
Chinese,
Chinese.
huge
Semuanya ada
population.
di Inggris. Artinya kita bisa saja ke sana ya.
Hmm.
Cuman memang harus
Bahasa.
fluent in English ya.
Yeah.
Bahasa IELTS ya. IELTS should be
Seven for getting into nursing midwifery council.
NCLEX, something like this? NCLEX,
No.
NCLEX?
No.
No, we don't do that.
No,
Oh,
we
no.
How to get registered
Robert?
nurse?
How to get, yeah,
registered
know.
nurse?
How to get-
For the
See.
students there, mungkin Nick
Nick.
could explain how our students can get
How
their
our
registration.
our students get registered
Straight away, isn't it?
So yes,
Um,
they're almost straight away. So because our nursing course is validated by the Nursing and Midwifery Council, and they keep an oversight on what we're doing.
Yeah.
The nurses, as they progress through our courses,
Yeah.
we sign them off at certain points, and that. So when they reach the end of their course, all we've got to do is guarantee their good health and good character, and that they've completed 2,300 hours of practice and 2,300 hours of theory over 3 years. Okay, and then we let the NMC know, and they're on the register straight away.
Yeah. Jadi prinsipnya setelah lulus kalau pendidikan dari sana
Yeah,
itu langsung apply saja ke councilnya
ya.
Pak Tri. Jadi tidak perlu ada ada OSCE lagi, tidak ada itu. Tapi hanya sayangnya kalau untuk perawat dari luar negeri karena kita tidak sure ya bagaimana kompetensinya untuk bisa dapat registrasi in England, harus lulus tadi ya CBT and then IELTS dan OSCE terakhir.
OSCE-nya juga skill sana.
Ya,
Yes.
hampir seperti di sini tadi
sama.
ya, sama
Oh,
dengan
iya.
station begitu ya.
And in OSCE they do different station. So you can study in Indonesia.
Yes.
First step IELTS,
Yes.
second step CBT.
CBT.
Like you were saying about NCLEX
Yes,
exam.
NCLEX,
NCLEX.
sama.
Yeah.
So
Hampir
NCLEX is for US,
Oh yes.
but for UK you have to do CBT.
CBT. You call
CBT.
Computer
Computer-based test.
But content of the nursing skill.
Yes, and it is run by Pearson.
Yes.
You know Pearson company?
Company, yeah.
Yes,
company,
yes. Publishing company. So they do the online test,
Online
multiple.
test.
Online. You can be in Indonesia,
In
do the
Indonesia.
online test. That's it.
Yeah.
The next step, third step is you have to come to UK to do OSCE. OSCE, we have different station. You have medication, very important, medication station. Hygiene, hand washing, okay, patient assessment, communication. You go through OSCE,
catheterization,
and not catheterization, aseptic technique. Aseptic technique.
So basic in nursing, yeah?
Yes, and you go through, and the important station is medication. Very important, patient safety.
Oral medication, injections.
No.
Mainly medication. Any medication, they will give you a scenario. And then you administer medication. But even if you make a small mistake, they won't pass you. You have to redo.
Do you mean how to give the drug calculation, something like this?
All the six rights. Right patient, right drug, right duration. You follow all the 6 rights. Check the patient. Allergy, very important. You have to have ID band. Allergic, allergy status.
Yes.
If you don't check allergy, fail. Very important. And once you do all that, they will decide you to give the PIN number, and you can practice as a nurse.
My name is Robert.
Consent, very important.
Jadi teman-teman semuanya, ini tadi resep kalau mau ke Inggris ya, ternyata di sana bahasanya adalah menggunakan IELTS, kemudian nanti ada CPT. Kalau di Amerika itu kan kita menggunakan yang tadi NCLEX atau NCLEX. Tapi kalau di Inggris itu CPT, itu persis seperti OC yang ada di sini. Tadi kebetulan teman-teman ini juga sudah berkunjung ke Poltekkes melihat dari fasilitas untuk OC. Nah, itu bisa dikembangkan ya. Tadi disampaikan terutama adalah komunikasinya,
moving and
handlingnya, kemudian aseptik teknik, dan yang penting tadi
medication.
adalah medication ya.
Jadi
Ini
obat-obatan
penting sekali
ya.
Ternyata ini menjadi bahan bagi kita semuanya.
And the one thing I'll add to that is once you do get through your qualification, you do get accepted onto the Nursing and Midwifery Council. A lot of the trusts as well have got international teams now that support the students that are coming from abroad, and that so there is a support system within the hospital for you as well. And that's they have special teams set up to come and help integrate you into the environment and to help you get used to the paperwork and maybe different equipment as well.
So I think
as well as social life as well.
It's good point, Anik. Jadi jangan bingung ya. Yang tugas pertama mahasiswa semuanya itu IELTS dulu ya. Pass the IELTS first and go to the NMC first, Nursing and Midwifery Council.
Just put nmcuk.org.
It will give you the process. Jadi lulus IELTS, kemudian tes CBT tadi, I think you can do CBT either in Jakarta or in Surabaya.
Itu klik person
langsung.
Klik person CBT itu udah keluar nanti ya.
Jadi CBT-nya online.
And then once you got your IELTS and then your CBT test, the NMC actually will send you like a certification or confirmation that you can actually apply, apply to get a placement in the UK, dan baru di sini hunting Mbak Tri. Jadi all hospitals in the UK are very very active at the moment. Mereka recruit.
Jangan milih ya. Oh, ini udah lulus.
Ini bukan dari konselnya yang memilihkan, tetapi
jadi aplikan ya setelah dapat letter dari NMC, mereka harus hunting job ya, hunting misalkan which hospital you want to go. Maybe you want to go to London or to Cambridge or Chelmsford, and then contact the overseas nursing team, dan mereka akan membantu kalian ya. Beberapa perawat mungkin dipekerjakan dulu sebagai assistant nurses for 6 months sambil menyelesaikan OSCE ya. Jadi ada tim OSCE di rumah sakit. Jadi mereka menyiapkan begitu ya. In Peterborough, for example, in the Peterborough Hospital.
Itu hanya placement saja ya.
Karena
sambil OSCE belum lulus sambil menyelesaikan
OSCE yang penting sudah lulus CBT dan IELTS.
Yang penting itu.
Ya itu kemudian job hunting, kontak any hospitals which actually have overseas nurses team, dan mereka nanti akan menyiapkan kalian ya. Mungkin termasuk flights-nya, akomodasi.
Itu sudah free, Pak?
Iya.
Free dari sana?
Biasanya,
atau bayar sendiri dulu?
Biasanya dibayar oleh rumah sakit ya, tergantung rumah sakitnya. Nanti mungkin setelah dipekerjakan mungkin bayar lagi atau begitu. Itu tergantung ya, tergantung.
They will give you the job as band 4.
Band 4 ya.
Band 4, and they will pay you for the OSCE. OSCE is about £1,000,
more or less,
big money.
Has been paid.
But the hospital will pay you, and they will give you salary also. They will give you tier 2 visa. So all this is done. They will look after you, train you with OSCE, and you can go for the exam.
And some of the trusts as well. So some of the hospital trusts will actually pay your accommodation for a short period of time as well. So there's no accommodation cost, maybe for 3 months or 6 months, depending on what hospital you go to.
So hospital
and they'll find that accommodation.
Jadi rumah sakitnya membantu kita untuk melakukan ini karena biayanya mahal tadi ya.
Termasuk flight dari Indonesia ke sana?
Ada
dibayar,
yang itu
sudah
ada,
dibayar
ya, ada sudah tergantung itu agreement ya with the hospital, Pak. Majority of the majority.
Ngomong-ngomong Pak Robert, and
yes.
How much the salary?
Oh, how much
salary?
Mereka mungkin pengen tahu ya gimana sih gaji
Starting
gaji perawat itu berapa?
So first level, like you know, band 5, you start about £27,000
per year,
per month. Per year.
27.000 dibagi 27.000 kali 18.000.
27 kali 18.000 itu per year.
Itu per year.
Per bulannya?
Ya itu bisa dibagi 12. Iya dong, bagi 12.
Ya, average-nya berapa lah Pak Robertnya?
I don't know, Pak.
You're taking about 1,700, 1,500.
27.000 kali 18.
So about per month you're taking about 1,500, 600 pounds. But you can do extra work.
37 juta.
So
27.000 kali 18 dibagi 12.
Do 12-hour shifts.
Yes.
So you only do about 3 a week. So the other days you can pick up some
40 juta per bulan, guys.
Which you get paid for on top.
Jadi tadi 40 juta kira-kira, tapi masih ada ekstra itu ya.
Extra. So if you do extra
time,
you can earn, definitely you can earn £2,000 per month. £2,000.
Itu yang net,
yang biasa. Nanti nambah lagi.
Kalau di sana itu misalkan kalian mau kerja malam, itu ada intensifnya. Kemudian kalau shift ya, if they want to work night shift, there is an intensive. If you want to work on the weekend, there is also intensive.
Jadi 40 itu kotor ya, 40 juta itu gaji kotor per bulan. Masih tambah lagi kalau
kerja lembur ya, betul. Jadi lembur terus saja biar kantongnya.
And it is a very good working environment. You know, they look after you. Health, well-being, safety, important in UK.
And insurance also?
Insurance, yes.
Once,
ternyata kita juga di asuransi juga di sana.
Everything taken care.
Itu dijamin semuanya ya.
So they will stay in dorm or they will rent own house?
It depends on the hospital. Sometimes they can give you, if the hospital has got hospital accommodation, some of the hospital have, they will give you that and they will take some deduction from the salary. Sometimes if it is not possible, they will help you to find from private estate agents. I mean, when you're coming single, like, you know, if just one person coming, usually it's not a problem. But when you come as a family, it's a little bit hard because you don't know the country first. But we will signpost you. You know, we will. It's very important in UK that you are very independent, autonomous, decision making. Nobody will make your decisions. You know, they will only, you know, guide you, but you have to make the decision.
Ya, it's like Pak Robert ya.
Yeah.
Pak Robert
Yes.
itu seperti itu ya.
Yes.
Jadi ini perlu disampaikan oleh teman-teman semuanya.
You know,
Karena di sana memang kita harus independen ya.
Iya.
Jadi yang penting tekadnya Pak Robert
Iya,
ya.
betul.
Niatnya,
Iya.
Betul. Ini pada waktu itu
You know,
beliau ya
there's
luar
lot
biasa
of
nih.
nurses
Yeah.
become empowered.
Yeah.
Empowerment.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is no, you know, like when you are in Indonesia, you have parents, family,
Yeah.
teachers
Yeah.
protecting you,
Yeah.
but there they
Independent.
empower you,
Yeah.
and you make the decisions.
I think
I
Pak Tri, it's all about culture as well. In
Yeah.
Yogyakarta, we have a like culture in Javanese.
Kumpul orang mangan,
ya mangan
kumpul.
orang mangan.
Mangan kumpul.
Asal
Ya,
kumpul.
ya sekarang kumpul orang kumpul,
Asal
asal mangan.
Nah,
Ya.
ini independen tadi yang disampaikan oleh Pak Anu. Jadi tekadnya luar biasa Pak Robert ini.
Ya.
Ya dia bekerja pada waktu itu pada orang nggak mau ke luar negeri ya. Ngapain ke luar negeri? Pokoknya gajinya sedikit ya di Indonesia gitu ya. Tapi sekarang enggak. Pak Robert mengatakan pokoknya kumpul ora kumpul yang penting mangan kan gitu tadi. Ya, Pak Robert mengatakan begitu sehingga dia
They will respect religion.
Yeah.
Everybody is equal.
okay.
Equal
Okay.
diversity.
Okay.
Very good. So you can wear your
You can
headscarf.
use veil.
Yes,
You can
yes.
use,
Jadi nggak pakai ini juga nggak
Yes,
pakai.
yes.
Ya, yang penting tidak terlalu norak ya.
Oh.
ya. Jadi ternyata di England
Okay.
itu mereka juga sangat memperhatikan mengenai
And,
kita ya apa
Yeah.
Every hospital will have chaplaincy. You can go for
Jadi
prayer.
jangan khawatir
You
ya.
can go and do your prayer.
Yeah.
And there is is it a Mulan?
Multi-faith, ya,
Multi-faith. What is it?
Ya,
A
multi-faith,
Iman.
Ya,
Iman?
ya.
Muslims,
Ya.
Iman.
Muslim.
Ya.
Religious leader.
Religious, ya.
Iman.
Ya,
Imam.
Imam.
Ya.
Imam.
So
Yeah,
everything is available. So they respect culture,
Okay.
religion,
Jadi
values.
ternyata hidup di England enak karena mereka respect terhadap agama kita juga.
Dan banyak
mereka
masjid, Pak
menghargai.
Tri.
Oh iya, banyak masjid ya, Pak,
ya,
sekarang.
ya.
Iya, oke.
Ya,
Ya,
betul.
itu.
Don't worry
Silakan
about
nanti.
that.
Ya, ya.
Oke,
Sana.
ya kita sudah belajar tentang apa tadi pengalaman di sana, strategi untuk bisa ke sana tadi
Iya.
dengan IELTS, dengan
Iya.
ini semuanya itu.
Iya.
Kalau isus yang ada di sana apa Pak Robert yang terkait dengan isus?
untuk nursing, karena post pandemic ya Pak Tri, ya, kita ingin catching up itu ya dengan teknologi gitu ya. Kemudian shortage of nurses kita sudah bicara banyak ya. Kemudian juga when we talk about leadership, it's all about nursing quality basically. Jadi kita karena perawat kadang-kadang kurang, kemudian apa isusnya itu sering bikin perawat sulit bekerja begitu ya. Jadi make sure that the patient actually safe is the most current one. And then in education, like Nick and Hepsi also are very keen in developing simulation basically, right? Training. Jadi again regardless ya, jadi simulasi itu bisa dipakai untuk meningkatkan pemikiran kritis juga.
Pemikiran
Ya,
kritis
jadi,
juga,
ya.
ya.
And food again.
Yeah.
There is lot of Asian shops. So you get all the ingredients.
Yes.
And you can cook your meal.
Yes.
So don't worry about you have to eat.
There is
Halal
halal
No,
food.
okay.
halal food,
Halal
yes.
food, yeah, there are
Even in
many.
hospital,
Yeah.
you have to tell halal food.
Yes.
They will serve halal food.
Dan
And
sekarang
all the shops, Asian shops,
They
so
sell
many
halal,
Asian
yeah.
shops,
Yeah.
they sell halal
Halal
meat. They will sell all the ingredients. You don't need to carry everything.
Yeah.
So it's very good.
Ya.
dan naik haji lebih murah dari
Iya,
England.
Karena dekat kan dari sana.
Dekat sekali ya.
Tidak perlu
Pak Ali mungkin ada
Iya,
yang mau
ada yang mau
disampaikan Pak
disampaikan,
Jepang.
Pak.
Iya,
Mungkin.
tadi kalau pengalaman Pak Robert
Luar
luar
biasa,
biasa
ya.
ya.
Iya.
Apa namanya
Dari
semangatnya.
bawah betul, dari semangat.
Semangatnya dari independennya luar biasa memang.
Luar biasa.
Dari awal dulu
Semangat,
memang seperti
ya.
itu.
Luar
Ini
biasa.
beda dengan yang lain soalnya.
Iya,
betul.
Dan namanya sudah menunjukkan robot kan nama orang punya.
Wah.
Outstanding ya.
Namanya outstanding sudah robot.
Iya. Kalau terkait dengan masalah penyakit Pak Robert.
Yang
apa
DM
yang-
tadi Pak gimana Pak
Ya.
DM di sana? Iya.
Have they got any
Diabetes.
questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Have they got students got any questions?
iya.
Oh, oke.
Oh, ada pertanyaan.
Ada
dari-
pertanyaan tidak?
bisa.
Yes.
We are doing
Ya,
lots
bisa
of-
Ada pertanyaan
diingatkan
tidak
ya?
dari student atau dari
Ya.
dosen
Ah.
yang ikut?
Mungkin bisa disampaikan itu chatnya apa ya gitu ya.
Iya, thank you.
Sambil kita
Ya.
nanti sampaikan
Sambil
the issues ya.
Issues,
Isu-isu.
yeah.
About the
ya.
issues.
Yeah.
DM atau apa
Yeah,
di sana Pak? Oh.
I'm leading a diabetes training with Hepsi, so I think we try to catch up because diabetes change very quick, about 3 basically, right? So the good thing
there are many number of diabetic.
Yeah, I think nearly 5 million of UK, 5 million of people,
and it's a big public health issue.
It's
in UK. Obesity and the diabetes is a public health issue. So the government actually provides lot of health promotion, prevention, prevention of complications, and they do lot of funding and they create lot of awareness about diabetes. So it's a big public health issue.
Dan karena because of diabetes is very complex, so the way we manage it, the government actually initiated an innovation. Jadi setiap wilayah ya atau rumah sakit dan community itu harus punya diabetes care team. Care team. Diabetes care team. Jadi diabetes care team ini terdiri dari misalkan 2 atau 3 konsultan diabetes, kemudian mungkin maybe 4 or 5 diabetes specialist nurses, kemudian ada dietitian, ada psychologist, dan mereka bekerja bersama. Jadi dulu mereka base-nya in the hospital, but now they all based in the community.
Jadi banyak di masyarakat perawatan kayak
jadi kalau ada pasien diabetes sama dokter setempat harus di refer ke diabetes care team. Dan jadi dari cek eye screening at least once a year. So they need to have what we call annual review, Pak Tri. Jadi cek setiap tahun itu dijamin pemerintah. Itu mulai dari blood glucose, dan blood pressure, fungsi ginjal, diabetic retinopathy, kaki sampai hipertensi.
Kalau di kita untuk rasanya prolanis, we have
semua
prolanis
dicek ya, betul ya. Mobilitas semua.
Teman-teman ini isu yang ada di England karena di sana memang sekarang tadi dikatakan obesity ya, itu menjadi isu yang besar, kemudian juga diabetes ya. Banyak itu sehingga terkait dengan perawatan diabetes.
Saya dengar di Poltekkes ada D4
diabetes. Sini konsentrasinya pada
peminatan diabetes.
Peminatan diabetes. Makanya kita ingin mengembangkan terkait dengan hal itu.
Betul.
Termasuk ada nggak di sana seperti wound care, modern dressing for wound.
Modern dressing for diabetic.
Yes. Always all evidence based research and very high profile. They will do any particular dressing, they will do research, see what is best, assess the wound. All this is done by nurses. So we have tissue viability nurse, pressure ulcer, wound assessing, and then we have diabetes specialist nurse, we have nurse consultant. So progression is very good, career progression. So you can start as band 5 and you can become a clinical nurse specialist, advanced practitioner. You can, if you are very good, you can even learn prescribing like doctors. So you have nurse non-medical prescribing course. So it depends on the student. If you are proactive, innovative, you work hard, you will progress higher.
Jadi ini untuk teman-teman semuanya, adik-adik ya. Ini untuk kalau mau menjadi perawat, ada konsentrasi khusus perawat to be nurse diabetic ya. It's better ya.
Specialist nurse, practitioner.
Ya, practitioner. Penting sekali teman-teman ini bisa mengkhususkan ke situ karena ternyata di luar negeri ini banyak dibutuhkan ya Pak Robert ya. Banyak dibutuhkan seperti Pak Robert juga ini konsultan juga ya Pak Robert
konsultan ya. Konsultan DM ya Pak.
Lebih ke spesialis nurses.
Spesialis nursesnya ya diabetik ya. Jadi itu memang banyak dibutuhkan. Waduh ini
it's not only that the careers opened up to nurses now in the UK are huge. I mean there are so many places to be able to work as a nurse. It doesn't have to be in the hospital and that. So they're taking nurses now. You could go out and you could do work as a nurse in a factory, and that you could do work obviously in the nursing homes, in GP surgeries as well. You can even go out on cruise ships and be a nurse. You can go and do flight recalls to bring
ternyata banyak juga ya kesempatannya, tidak hanya di rumah sakit tetapi juga di masyarakat, di society ya, di pabrik ya, factory ya,
so there's the huge career out there. It doesn't have to be just hospital based, community based as well as industry based.
Jadi ternyata kita bisa bekerja di sana di hospital based atau di sektor rumah sakit, bisa juga di community based ya. Bisa juga kita bekerja di community, itu bisa merupakan karier yang ini
any
sangat
questions?
menarik sekali.
Any
ada pertanyaan? Nggak ada, tapi karena waktunya ya. Ini mohon maaf sekali. Kita tidak terasa Pak Robert ya. Ngobrol seperti ini. Pak Irwan, ada yang mau ditanyakan sesuatu kah?
Iya, tadi sudah disampaikan banyak oleh Pak Robert dan Nick dan Hepsi.
Oke, beberapa hal tadi. Ya baik, teman-teman semuanya, saya kira kita hari ini mendapatkan ilmu yang banyak sekali. Terima kasih Pak Robert, Nick, thank you for your time, and also it's very nice. Hepsi is very nice.
Thank you.
Any questions from students?
No,
tidak ada ya Pak.
It's a webinar, so
thank you everyone.
Jadi tidak ada.
Can't they use chat box?
Tidak ada chat dari
Any questions?
No chat.
Sayangnya kita tidak bisa, sebetulnya Hepsi sudah memberikan kesempatan untuk bertanya ya, mungkin di lain waktu ya. Hepsi ya, mungkin we can correspond ya. Great.
I'll share my contact details and if you
very much.
specific questions.
Saya kira kita cukupkan Pak Robert.
Kalau
diteruskan kayaknya
sampai sore nanti.
Sampai malam.
How do we say thank you?
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Selamat siang. Terima kasih. Selamat siang.
Selamat siang.
Semuanya hadir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.
Terima kasih.